Hey, Sophia. What's going on?
Cassandra. I was just trying to get a hold of one of you guys. I'm at the meeting spot, but there's no one here.
What? Are you still half asleep? What are you talking about?
We left already because you didn't show up at the meeting spot. Huh? The meeting spot was the car park in front of the East Park, right? I arrived here 15 minutes earlier than the agreed time.
East Park? What are you talking about?
It was West Park, you dummy! West Park!
What? Wow, Sophia, what are we gonna do with you? I can't believe it. You went in the complete opposite direction. Aw, did you get your east and west mixed up? Let me explain. East is where the sun rises. And west is where the sun sets. Do you understand now?
Come on, I obviously know that. But it was me and my husband who designated East Park as the meeting spot because we're the ones who arranged the minibus to come. There's no way I'd get it wrong. Yeah, whatever. That's not important. What matters is that everyone apart from you went to West Park. So no matter what you say, you're the one who's wrong. What the? Don't try and pin your mistake on the rest of us, Sophia. Besides, to think the person who arranged the trip and scheduled the minibus would cancel on us at the last minute. How awful! On today of all days when our whole group of mom friends are going out together, kids and all, because Elena and her family are moving away. After all that work that went into planning it? Even though it was your husband who went to the trouble of booking the minibus, my brother and Ada's husband had no choice but to rush out in their cars on short notice to pick us up so we wouldn't all be left stranded. I hope you know you'll be paying for the gasoline and toll booth fees as punishment for your shameful last-minute cancellation.
What the hell?
Anyways, that concludes your explanation as to why you're all on your own, but don't worry. I'll enjoy the luxury villa and buffet on your behalf. No, I'm going to make my way to where you guys are.
What? Actually, we'd rather you didn't.
Why not? This holiday isn't possible without me.
Don't be so self-important.
What you mean is that you think you're the leader of all the moms in our friend group.
Ew, so gross.
I really hate it when people like you let things go to their heads. You've gotten way too big for your boots, Sophia. That's not what I meant at all. Yeah, in any case, all of the moms are here in agreement. We have no intention of associating with someone who cancels on us at the last minute ever again. Sorry, sweetie. Looks like you're out of a friend group. What the? But don't worry. I'll be taking on the responsibility of group leader from here on out. See ya! Sophia, it's me, Ada. Oh, hey, Ada. Sorry we left without you. It's okay. I'm sorry I didn't make it to the meeting point on time. Cassandra was rushing us like a woman possessed. She wouldn't stop insisting that we leave, so we pulled onto the highway. But you can still make it, right? Yes, of course. My husband's already on his way out in the car. Got it. Phew. I'm really pleased you're still able to make it. Shall we all meet up at a service area or something? No, it's fine. I'd feel awful having you all wait around for me. I'd rather you just went on first. I'll message you when I arrive, and we can meet up then. Got it. But what actually happened today? Everyone was super shocked when they heard you didn't show up at the meeting point without getting in touch. We were all worried something might have happened to you. No, I'm fine. You see, I was waiting at the car park in front of the East Park. Huh? East Park? I got a message from Cassandra as I stood waiting on my own, wondering where everyone was. She got mad at me and said the meeting place was the West Park. I wonder if I made a mistake and told everyone West Park instead of East. Wait a second. We all got a message from Cassandra beforehand saying that the meeting spot had changed from East Park to West Park. What? Not just that, but it was literally at the last minute, right before we left the house. She said, in light of the sudden change, I've been left in charge of sending out the messages and ensuring everyone's aware of the situation. And then, when we finally made it to the West Park, she flipped out and said it all happened because you canceled on us at the last minute. I didn't do that. I never asked Cassandra to do that either. I thought so. Because this holiday wouldn't be possible without you in the first place, right? Of course. I did try to contact you, but she just yelled, "What's wrong? Don't you trust me?" and knocked the phone out of my hand. Thinking it couldn't be helped, we left without you. But even still, all the moms were talking about how they thought there was something really weird about what Cassandra was claiming had happened. Which is why I'm messaging you now while she can't see me. Wow, I see. I wonder what exactly she's trying to accomplish here. What's Cassandra doing now? She's traveling in another car at the moment. She said she'd get her brother to come out in his car when you didn't show, so she's with him now. The rest of the other moms and their families, including myself, are currently in my husband's minivan, which he's driving. Cassandra's son is in the minivan with us too. Oh, really? There were some issues with carrying capacity between Cassandra's brother's car and my husband's minivan. But all the other kids are here with us, and it would have been unfair to her son to have him travel alone without any of his friends. I see. So everyone's traveling in 2 vehicles then? That's right. I'm showing these messages to the other moms as we speak. Everyone thinks Cassandra's acting really weird. Does that mean they're not all mad because they think I canceled at the last minute? They don't think that! You worked so hard to plan every minor detail of this holiday for us. We all know that and are really grateful for you, Sophia. Don't worry. I'm glad. Cassandra's the one who went interfering with things and messing the whole plan up. It's not like any of us were even good friends with her in the first place. After she told us you wouldn't be coming this morning, she suddenly started acting like she was in charge of everyone. Even when I told her I'd arranged for my husband to come out with the van, she started ordering me around like she was my boss or something. To be honest, I found it quite revolting. Wow, seriously? I can't believe it. It looks like we're about to enter a service area for some coffee and a bite to eat. Let's see if we can't probe a little into what the hell that woman's up to. If we find anything out, I'll message you straight away. Okay, thank you.
Hey, Sophia! So, just now, me and the girls stopped off at a service station and all ate ice cream together. Apparently, this place is famous for its ice cream, and it was so delicious. Oh, poor Sophia. If only you hadn't canceled on us at the last minute. You could have enjoyed these fun times with us on the road, too. Aw, sucks to be you. It really is such a shame.
Cassandra?
Oh, wow. I didn't think you'd actually have the nerve to reply to me.
When you say you stopped off at a service area, that means you've been traveling on the highway, right?
Yeah, that's right. Me and the other moms in the car are getting on like a house on fire. We're having a blast, Sophia. It's such a riot here.
I was just about to message you, actually.
Why?
I've been speaking to the other moms, and we're thinking of changing the destination.
What?
Can we have your opinion, please, Cassandra?
What are you talking about? There's no way we're changing the destination. Are you sure about that? Listen to me, Sophia. There's something you need to know.
Huh?
You have no place in this friendship group anymore. Even if you did meet up with us after all this time, everyone would be so disgusted with you for what you did that, you're better off not bothering.
Is that so?
But don't get the wrong idea. I'm not warning you to be mean. I'm warning you out of kindness. I'm probably the only one in this group kind enough to take you to task on your laziness and poor attitude, so you do well to listen to what I have to say. Anyways, see ya. Sophia, answer! Hey, Sophia, pick up now!
Yes, Cassandra? What can I do for you?
We just arrived at the villa. But the minivan with everyone else in it that was right behind our car until now isn't here.
Huh?
I've been messaging everyone to try and figure out where they went, but no one's replying. My son's in that minivan.
Are you involved in this somehow?
I mean, you're asking me if I'm involved, but I did ask you earlier, didn't I? About changing the destination? What? Everyone else was happy with it and got on board with my suggestion right away. But since you were insistent on sticking with the original plan, we just decided to leave you to it. So the minivan with everyone else pulled off at a junction earlier to head on to the new destination. What?
I didn't know anything about this. And what about my son? You can't take my son from me like this. This is kidnapping, you know. Kidnapping. That's strange. You should have had a message from your husband explaining the situation by now. Huh? My husband? Yes, your husband. Huh? Wait, no way. That message I got before dinner? He said he wouldn't be joining us for the holiday, but he must have had some kind of objective, because apparently he's been following you in a rental car this whole time. What? No way. He messaged me around 10 a.m. to tell me what he was doing. And he sent me a thumbs up when I told him we'd changed destinations, so he was fully aware, which is why your son's with your husband now. So you have absolutely no need to worry. Wait a second. What the... By the way, Cassandra? What? Where do you plan on sleeping tonight? Oh yeah. Isn't this a bit wasteful of you guys to go changing the destination all of a sudden like this, after all the planning that went into it? Wasteful? There's a huge luxury villa right in front of me as I write this message. There's no way I'm not staying here after coming all this way. Well, you see, Cassandra. Don't worry, I'll enjoy it to the fullest on you guys' behalf, since you all decided not to come. I have the key to the villa. What? I did tell you when I was coming up with the holiday plan, didn't I? That's one of the villas my cousin owns. What? Wait a sec. By any chance, when you said this holiday wouldn't be possible without you, is this what you meant? Yes, that's right. And I heard this from the other moms too. But the whole thing with the misunderstanding with the meeting spot and the accusations of the last-minute cancellations were all part of your scheme, weren't they? What do you mean? I found out what you did because the other moms in the minivan messaged me. They thought something weird was going on and were concerned about where I was. In the unlikely event that I wasn't able to come along for the holiday for some reason, the plan was to entrust the key to the villa to Ada, who also knows my cousin. However, you claimed that I simply didn't show up at the meeting spot without contacting anyone. At that point, everyone could see the glaring holes in your story and started to suspect something fishy was going on. Which is why not a single person in the group believed you when you said I'd pulled out last minute. To be honest, Cassandra, I have no idea why you did this. But when I explained everything to my cousin, he was absolutely furious. To quote his message, "There's no way I'm letting a scheming nutjob like that in my villa." So, as well as changing the destination, he very kindly invited us to another one of his villas, so none of us would have to associate with you any further. Which obviously meant that a condition of staying at the new place is that we didn't bring you with us. Oh my god. That said, we did think it'd be a little rude to change the plan behind your back, which is why I contacted you earlier asking what you thought about it. I was going to use it as an opportunity to suggest you book a hotel separately. But you insisted you had no interest in changing the destination. What? That's what that message was about? Yes. So, now that everything's clear, we'll be enjoying our holiday together now. Wait. Where are me and my brother supposed to stay tonight? We hardly brought any money with us. You can't just leave us hanging out to dry like this. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. There's one more thing that's more than just a little bit fishy. When I was talking to your husband earlier, he told me that you don't have a brother. What? I wonder who that guy you're with right now could be. I won't say anything, but I think I've got a pretty good idea. No, Anyways, let's both enjoy our holidays, shall we? See ya! Apparently, Cassandra and her brother ended up sleeping in the car in front of the luxury villa. It seems she was under the mistaken impression that the moms in our friendship group were actually the boss mom clique at kindergarten. She had convinced herself that I was the leader of the boss moms because of my active role in the group, and the purpose of her scheme was to overthrow me and claim my position. The thing is, the actual boss moms are a completely different group. As for the matter with Cassandra's brother, it turns out he's actually her lover. Her plan to use our mom holiday as camouflage to fulfill her dream of a night of steamy passion in a luxury villa was an abject failure. As her marriage fell apart, her husband hired a lawyer, and after half a year of squabbles and legal wrangling, the divorce was finalized, and her husband took custody of their son. Due to all the crazy shenanigans she pulled, she was forced to pay a much higher rate of compensation than usual. Her inability to control her sordid desires ended up pretty much ruining her life.
Hey, Shane! Your wedding ceremony's over now, right? What time do you think you'll get home? Hello?
What the hell? You do know it's my wedding night. Could be a little more considerate.
Wow, don't be so mean.
What do you want?
Like I just asked you, your wedding's over now, right?
Well, yeah, it is.
So, what time are you gonna get home?
By home, do you mean my parents' place?
Duh, obviously.
I won't be going back to my parents' place anymore.
Huh?
Or rather, I'll go back for things like birthdays and New Year or any other time I have a particular reason to. But starting from today, I'll be living with my wife Zoe in our new house.
What?
Is it really that surprising? When two people get married, unless one moves into the other's family home, they get a new place together, right?
I guess so. You make a good point. Where do you live now, then?
I think we're about 50 minutes from my folks' place by car now. The new house is about halfway between my work and Zoe's parents' place.
Oh, that makes sense. It's because you're close to your wife's parents' house, then. I guess that makes sense. She is the daughter of a company CEO, after all, right? It never dawned on me before, but thinking about it now, I guess this was always a possibility. I see.
What?
Huh?
Is there something wrong with me moving out of my parents' place? I just got married, for Pete's sake.
Well, think about it. We always lived across the street from each other until now. The kind of distance we could always go to each other's houses when we felt like it. Now, we won't be able to meet unless we schedule beforehand.
I guess you're right. We live pretty far apart, huh? Sorry, but I gotta go. Zoe's calling me from the living room.
Oh, I see. Okay. I'll message you again soon. Hey, Shane. When will you guys be going on your honeymoon?
What the? Where did that come from all of a sudden?
You already decided on a date, right?
We're planning on going 6 months from now. It's still in the preparation phase.
Wow, that's a surprisingly long time away.
We both have to plan around our work schedules.
If your wife's the daughter of a CEO, she must have a lot of money. I bet you're going abroad, right? Right?
Well, since you mention it, we are considering Mexico.
Oh, I knew it!
I plan on covering the expenses myself, though.
Oh, really? Actually, fair enough. I suppose it would be kind of rude to go freeloading off the in-laws when you've barely been married 5 minutes.
Anyway, Tanya, what exactly does any of this have to do with you?
Surely that goes without saying. I'm gonna be coming along for your honeymoon after all.
What?
Is it really that surprising?
Of course it is! What the hell are you talking about? Do you know what honeymoon means? This holiday is for me and Zoe. If you're struggling, the definition is, quote, a holiday spent together by a newly married couple. Couple! Why in God's name would we take you with us?
Huh? You mean I can't come?
Obviously!
Wow, what the hell? I just got my passport renewed for this.
You did what?
Oh, wait a sec. By any chance, is Zoe next to you right now?
Yeah, she is. Why?
Ah, I see. Say no more. I understand.
You understand what exactly?
I mean, I understand the situation. It's okay. You don't have to say anything else. See ya.
I have no idea what's going on.
Hey there, Shane. So guess where I am right now? I'm in the airport. Your mom told me what day you'd be departing. Oh, thank God she replied. But Shane, what am I going to do with you? I always knew you could be a bit of an airhead sometimes, but to think you'd forget to tell me what day we were leaving for our honeymoon. You silly Billy. You have to be more careful from now on. Okay, sweetie. I mean, it is true we were never going to be able to travel together. I guess you probably couldn't get away for long enough to send me a message, right? Oh, come to think of it, it makes sense that you didn't, so I understand. Actually, it's fine. Don't sweat it. Let's meet up after we both arrive at Mexico City Airport, okay? I'm boarding the plane soon, so I gotta switch my phone off now. Be careful not to get found out by Zoe. See you on the other side, my sweet honey pumpkin. Mwah.
What the hell? Tanya? You're in Mexico City Airport? What? Tell me this is a joke. Tanya! No way. You're not actually trying to come with us on our honeymoon, are you? My messages aren't even marked as read. Did you already switch your phone off? This isn't good, Tanya!
Shane, sweetie pie, I just landed at Mexico City Airport! Woohoo! I'm in Mexico! This is my first time ever going abroad. When can you meet me, Shane? Don't worry, I understand if she's watching you. I'm having a coffee in a cafe at the airport right now. Let me know as soon as you can, okay? My precious sugar dumpling.
Tanya! Where the heck are you?
Shane, baby. I already told you I'm waiting for you in Mexico City Airport.
Holy mother of God. You actually went and did it. For real, you actually got on a plane and flew to Mexico, didn't you?
Well, duh. Anyway, where are you, Boo Boo Bear? When do you think you'll be able to give her the slip and meet me?
Meet you? That's obviously not gonna be happening.
What? Oh, no way. Did Zoe find out about us?
Find out about us? What is there to find out? I showed Zoe all the messages you've been sending me. She knows everything and has done so this whole time.
What?
You started bombarding me with even more messages than before as soon as me and her got married. So out of consideration for her, I showed her everything. She's my wife, and I didn't want her to worry.
Huh? Wait a second. You showed her? What have you done? Does this mean she already knows about our relationship?
Our relationship? You're just a childhood friend who grew up in the same neighborhood as me. What exactly is there for her to know about?
Huh? Wait, but we might have started out as childhood friends, but our relationship blossomed into a flourishing romance and we became lovers and soulmates.
What?
We started dating 2 years ago when you came home after all that time away, when I confessed my eternal love for you.
No. Come on, Tanya, that confession. You know I rejected you, don't you?
What?
I told you I was already dating someone.
Yeah, you did, but you meant me, right?
What the heck? That doesn't even make sense. No!
Huh?
I was dating Alice, my old coworker at the time. I didn't explain the situation in explicit detail because you didn't know her. But she was the reason I ended up going to a university so far away from home. I didn't want me and her to lose contact, so I picked the same one as her. We broke up eventually. Then after that, I finally met Zoe. Anyway, the crucial point here is that me and you have never dated, Tanya. I don't understand what could have possibly given you the idea we ever did.
No. This can't be.
You probably won't think of it as proof of my non-interest. But do you remember how after you confessed to me, I didn't message you a single time? In spite of that, you messaged me constantly, like a woman possessed. I was actually impressed at the mental strength it must have taken to continue messaging someone who turned you down like that, totally undaunted. I wouldn't have imagined in a million years you were in the grips of a misunderstanding of such epic proportions.
What is this? This can't be happening.
Besides, how do you rationalize me marrying Zoe if me and you were dating? If we really were lovers and soulmates, do you think I'd make a grade A scumbag move of cheating on you? And not only that, but marrying her too? Surely that would make me the most despicable guy on the planet. Not once, Not even for a second have I ever had any intention of doing something so dishonest.
Well, isn't it obvious? Zoe's the daughter of a CEO, right? Which means you're set to become CEO one day. And if you did, you'd be in a situation to provide for and look after me forever. I thought you married into riches for my sake, so me and you could be happy without ever having to worry about money again.
You thought what? Lord, give me strength. I didn't marry Zoe because she's the daughter of a CEO, you know.
Really?
Anyway, what makes you think I'm gonna be the CEO one day in the first place?
Huh? Well, because Zoe's the CEO's daughter, of course.
Zoe's little brother's gonna be taking over her dad's company.
What?
I found out she was the daughter of a CEO after we started dating. That's not what drew me to her. And to be honest, I wouldn't care if she wasn't. Plus, the company I work for has no relation to her dad's company whatsoever.
What?
Besides, Zoe's motto is, "A penny saved is a penny earned." She's the most down-to-earth, frugal person I know. It's true she was raised in an affluent household, but in spite of that, her parents made a point of not spoiling her excessively while bringing her up. Being fully aware of that, I have no intention of freeloading off of her parents. I have no interest in their money, and of course, Zoe feels the same.
I can't believe it. I was so sure. I was convinced the only reason you were dating her was because she was the daughter of a CEO.
You jump to so many illogical conclusions. Anyway, this kind of begs the question, doesn't it? It would appear my childhood friend of over 20 years thinks of me as nothing more than a cold, calculating, scheming con man. To be honest, that's probably the most shocking thing about all this.
No,
To return to the subject, you're at Mexico City Airport now, right? Basically, you flew to Mexico.
Yes, I am. Listen, Shane, please. I understand everything you told me about Zoe, but at the very least, will you please come and meet me?
Impossible.
Why?
It's physically impossible. Me and Zoe are in Arizona right now.
What? But you said you were going on honeymoon to Mexico!
There was a change of plan.
A change of plan?
Neither of us were able to take enough time out of our work schedules to make the honeymoon as long as we wanted. We thought it'd be a little selfish for us to leave the state while our companies needed us so badly. In the end, we decided to do a tour of the Grand Canyon instead. We're staying at a hotel on the outskirts right now.
What? You've got to be kidding me. What am I supposed to do now? I don't even have a hotel booked for tonight. And what am I going to do with all these bags of rose petals I was going to sprinkle on our bed?
What? You went abroad and you didn't even book a hotel? Rose petals?
I thought you would have booked one for us already.
Oh wow, you really are something else.
They might speak English in Mexico, but it's still really difficult for me to get on by my own here. I don't know what to do or where to go.
Maybe so, but what do you expect me to do? You know I clearly refused your offer of coming along with me and my wife on our honeymoon, so you shouldn't really be there in the first place, should you? I hate to say it, but you only have yourself to blame.
Oh!
Hey, Zoe just called my mom.
Huh? She did?
Apparently the date for what you thought was the day of our departure for the honeymoon in Mexico was actually the time we departed for the Grand Canyon.
No way.
My mom said she's gonna call your mom and explain the situation.
No, wait. Don't do that, please.
Why not? Zoe's trying to help you out here.
But I told my mom I was going on holiday with a friend.
This isn't the time to be worrying about something like that.
But
Zoe thinks you should try calling the American Embassy in Mexico and explaining the ridiculous mess you got yourself into. There's a chance they might be able to help you.
Huh?
I'm sorry, but that's the only advice that we can give you. We're praying for your safe return to the States. Good luck! I heard that even after more shenanigans, Tanya did somehow or other manage to make it back to America at the end. However, after reaching her emotional and psychological limit, she ended up going off with some sleazy pickup artist guy who approached her at the airport. Apparently, they went for a few drinks at a nearby bar and had a one-night stand at a hotel. After returning home to America, the two of them continued dating on a long-distance basis. She fell head over heels for him, and after 6 months, flew over to his country. Unfortunately for her, after realizing the address the guy gave her for the place the two of them were supposed to be staying at was fake, once again, she went home in tears. Tanya's parents, who had finally reached their wits' end with their daughter's behavior, officially banned her from traveling within or outside of America. She quit her job, and I heard that now she's a full-blown NEET, who does nothing but sit at home playing romance games and complaining about her disillusionment with love.